I'm having just a hard time keeping myself in my skin because you just came back from the UFO. There was a whole week of seminars about UFOs. And tell us a little bit about the organization. It's in Arizona, right?
Yeah, it's called the Open Minds TV group, I believe. They've devoted themselves to looking at issues related to UFOs, extraterrestrial encounters, government cover-ups, related subjects, and they run a conference every year, the UFO Congress, and it's for, about a week, something like that. There's a lot of guest
How many people show up?
Oh, hundreds and hundreds.
Right.
I think it's actually getting so big now they're going to be moving it because they're running out of space. It was in Scottsdale.
To Las Vegas, so that can have 10,000 people?
Something like that. You know, it used to be in Laughlin in the past, and they're running it now. And we have a lot of speakers, a lot of credible speakers. It's a lot of fun. You get to interact with people and talk and really open up about this subject and let's find out what's going on.
So what is the coolest thing that you heard there?
I'll tell you what really blew me away. There was a guy there named Richard Hoover, who's a career NASA astrobiologist. He's never been to a UFO conference before, but he came to tell us that NASA already has proof of extraterrestrial life. They've had it since the 70s. And basically, for a variety of reasons, which no one's exactly sure of, NASA doesn't want to tell us that they found fossils on Mars. He showed us the photos. And especially in the so-called carbonaceous meteorites that fall to Earth, not every single meteorite, but the carbon-based ones, guess what they find in these meteorites when they crack them open? Bacteria, blue-green algae. They were alive at one time. They're not alive anymore. Fossils. Diatoms, which are small organisms. And he said, there's already proof of extraterrestrial life. It's this small bacterial single-cell life or larger organisms. And NASA doesn't want us to know about it.
Well, what I heard is that the way we know NASA, like how they want us to know them, is just a cover-up. The real purpose is really to communicate with aliens and UFOs, and also to work on the technology.
I don't have any evidence for that directly.
I mean,
that's
either.
a possibility.
I just heard that.
But we do know that they don't like this line of research that Richard Hoover, again, this guy is a career, he's 250 published papers, 12 patents according to research. Spent a couple of days with him. And he is really incensed that you have data. He said anybody that looked at this particular fossil that the Opportunity rover found in 2004 on Mars, anyone is going to say this is a crinoid. He says there's no question about it. 100% certainty this is a crinoid. What did NASA do? Within 3.5 hours, they made a decision to destroy it with their rock abrasion tool. He said, now why would you do that? If you just found something that's proof of life in the past on Mars, why would you destroy it? They don't want us talking about it yet. He feels it actually came from even higher up than NASA to do that. But they're looking at it right now. Look who actually ordered that fossil to be destroyed. You'd think that we'd be excited about it. It'd be something on the news. Except it's, in this case, it's covered up. So there is a cover-up.
There's nothing on the news, really.
Not about this subject. Not about this subject. And this is why you have to have conferences like the UFO Congress and so forth, is to get people like that, and we can all talk about this and find out exactly what's been going on. So now we find out that NASA, it's not just NASA. I'm a little bit shocked to find out that a magazine I read regularly, Science Magazine, I've been subscribed to it for over 20 years, member of the AAAS, they wouldn't even cover this topic. He published this paper in the Journal of Cosmology finding diatoms, bacteria, fossilized in these meteorites that fall to Earth, right? They won't even cover the topic. Nature won't cover it. And he got a lot of flack even for publishing it in the peer-reviewed Journal of Cosmology. Why? Well, we know there's no life outside of Earth, so why bother to even look for it? They say it's contamination, that the humans that opened the meteorites, put these bacteria there. Some of these bacteria are extinct on Earth. It's a little hard to believe that if they're extinct on Earth, they somehow got from a human hand into a meteorite. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.